This Sportsnet Central update is presented by Atlantis Casino Resort Spa Reno.
James Harden only played 4 minutes against the New York Knicks the other night, and he was out of that game, and he's out at least 10 days with a hamstring strain. His right hamstring be reevaluated in 10 days. And here's the play here against the New York Knicks. They're crosstown rivals. I don't know if we could call them rivals yet, the Nets and the Knicks, but it looks like it as they were playing hard the other night. KD will be back Wednesday night against the New Orleans Pelicans. So the Brooklyn Nets, they're not short of any riches here. They will get Kevin Durant. As we look at the Eastern Conference standings in Milwaukee, drops a half a game. Look at Philadelphia tying the Brooklyn Nets. And we talked pregame whether or not Milwaukee can hang with the Nets or the Sixers. Well, Philadelphia, man, don't sleep on them. And Doc Rivers, Joel Embiid playing at an MVP level. We'll see what happens there with LeBron James out, James Harden now getting hurt. Looks like it's a two-horse race between two bigs, Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid. So the Milwaukee Bucks, look, this is a tough team. And we saw them tonight here, Mully. Drew Holiday is a baller. Two-way player, physical. Chris Middleton, a baller. He got going in the third quarter with 14 points. So they're going to be a factor in the Eastern Conference. But tonight's show, they need Giannis Antetokounmpo.
No question. When you take a superstar out of the lineup, it's a totally different approach to the game. Everyone's role changes. The opposing defense can key on in certain guys. But the Bucks played a good game. They shot 50-49. This is a big-time win for the Warriors. They did a good job on the boards. They competed the whole night. Steph Curry's 41, but they got contributions big time in the fourth quarter from their role players.
Yeah, you have a two-time MVP sit out, for injury. It's definitely changed up a lot of things, and I think the thing he does well is put so much pressure on the defense in transition. So, and he's a willing passer too, so you got to be able to get back to those shooters around the perimeter. So missing him tonight definitely showed on both ends of the floor tonight.
Let's take a look at the scoreboard here for tonight's win for the Golden State Warriors as they start this 4-game homestand off on the right foot. Steph Curry, of course, is the star of the show. 41 points, 30 Mully and D right in the second half. Kelly Oubre Jr., big-time threes here late in the game when the game looked like it was in the balance. 19 points there. Wiggins with some solid defense in the fourth quarter. And Wiseman, don't forget about him. He had a double-double at halftime. Let's hear from the head coach, Steve Kerr, on tonight's big-time win for the Golden State Warriors.
Steve, given the context, let me mute my TV in the background. Given the context of this game, the circumstances, and the opponent, do you think this may have been your best win of the season?
Well, it was a good one. I mean, I'm not into rankings, but we needed a win badly, and to come back from 12 down in the second half against a great team. This qualifies as a hell of a win. So I'm very proud of the guys, and they really battled, and we got a lot of great individual performances. But I'm thrilled with the win. We needed it.
What was the urgency level? What was the urgency level on the sideline? Right around 9-minute mark of the fourth, you entered Steph early as the game seemed to be slipping a little bit.
Yeah, Steph and I had talked earlier in the game about extending his minutes a little bit. We got 2 days off, and he's really feeling much better. I know there was one play where he fell and he was writhing in pain, but the last 2 days he has felt much better with the tailbone. So we didn't mind extending the minutes tonight, given that he's got the rest coming and that he's doing better. And I thought he was just phenomenal. I mean, Drew Holiday is one of the best defensive guards in the league, and I thought Drew did a great job on Steph all night, just pressuring him, using his strength and physicality. And Steph still, goes out there and hits 41. Pretty impressive game. Amazing.
Hi, Steve. The energy from so many different guys on both ends. It's kind of what you touched on pregame in terms of some defensive energy. How much did you appreciate seeing that from a good number of your guys?
Yeah, it was great. Great energy. I've told you guys, I've really enjoyed coaching this group all year, even with our struggles and our frustrations. They're a great group of guys. They care. They compete, and tonight was a good example of just kind of hanging in there after, things had gone south on us, and Milwaukee built that big lead in the second half. So really loved the energy and the just the competitiveness that got us the win.
What was your overall impression on James Wiseman's night?
Oh yeah, I forgot we have to do the James Wiseman report card, the daily James Wiseman report card. So I thought he was great. He really played with energy. He sprinted into ball screens. He really dove hard to the rim to put pressure on the defense, and rebounded well. And so he gets an A on the James Wiseman report card from his coach. And then let's make sure we all talk about this tomorrow and redo the report card tomorrow and the following day as well.
Spicy. The Kelly Oubre sequence, Drew Holiday hits 2 big threes mid fourth, and Kelly kind of has 2 response threes. How big was that to kind of keep you guys within distance? And then obviously he hits 2 free throws to win it.
Yeah, Kelly was huge for us. So many guys played well. I mean, I thought Bays came off the bench and really gave us a great night. Wiggs, it wasn't his night offensively, but he really battled, and he got the huge block at the end of the game. But yeah, Kelly, those 2 threes were big. They kept us in it. And, those 2 free throws, those are tough, game on the line. It's not easy being up there. And, so he knocked him down, and he took on a big defensive role as well throughout the night. So great night for Kelly.
What do you think about the discipline tonight, playing without fouling as much or turning the ball over as much to give yourselves a chance to win? Yeah,
I mean, that's what we have to do. 11 turnovers, and we held them to 22 free throws. So we gave ourselves a chance to win. And, if we can continue to do that every night, then I think we're going to win at least our share of games down the stretch, and maybe some more, because we've got guys who can make plays like we showed tonight.
You and Steph had quite an embrace after the game. What was just the emotions of that hug, and was it just kind of a exhale relief? We got this, and this is kind of a blueprint of what you need to follow to get on that run you've been talking about. Yeah,
I mean, when you when you lose whatever we'd lost in a row, a win deserves a hug. So that's what that was about.
So Steve, how do you keep it up? This season has kind of been marked by these highs and lows, and you come off an exciting win like this, and then maybe enter into a little slump. So what do you think the recipe is going to be to build off this momentum?
Well, the categories we just talked about, defending without fouling and taking care of the ball are always big. I thought the rebounding was important tonight too. We out-rebounded Milwaukee, which, we haven't out-rebounded a lot of teams. So just felt like a much better all-around effort, and that's what it's going to take to try to get on a little run here.
Steve, you mentioned the rebounding there, and when you have out-rebounded teams, the trend has been team rebounding. How much do you guys stress that, especially with the guys in your backcourt?
I mean, we talk about it all the time. It's a team-wide thing, for everybody to box out and keep their man out of the paint, away from the ball. So that was big tonight. Anthony?
Yeah, you played Wiseman with Poole and had a little bit of a 2-man action with them. What'd you just think of that?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. We had James in high ball screens quite a bit, both with Steph and a little bit with Andrew and Jordan as well. And Jordan had a really nice stretch there in the second quarter where he and James connected on some plays, and I think that's what we're really trying to lock in on. For James is just simplifying things, setting a lot of ball screens, diving to the rim, locking in on the glass, getting some boards, and just playing with energy. And I thought he did a great job of that tonight. And he's got a good connection with Jordan. They enjoy practicing together. They're similar aged and young guys who are just new to the league. So they feed off each other a little bit, and I thought they did a good job out there tonight.
Steve, you mentioned earlier in the year that you feel like Steph's playing at the highest level.
All right, Steve Kerr there as we welcome everybody back to Warriors Postgame Live presented by Toyota. And we'll talk about James Wiseman in a second. But Steve Kerr really happy there with the performance tonight. And don't forget about Kelly Oubre's game-winning free throws. First one, went around the rim, touched every point of the rim, got it to drop. But Kelly Oubre Jr. going 2 for 2. But James Wiseman will be forgotten about in this basketball game. But we can't forget about his start to the game. 11 and 10 at the half. He had a double-double. Played in 16 minutes in that half, and he was doing it. What I was impressed with, Darrell, was his defense. Offensively, of course, he was in a dunker spot. He's catching alley-oops, but defensively, he was active with the block shot right there and grabbing rebound after rebound. 10 all in the first half.
Yeah, I thought he did a great job protecting the paint.